Hey folks, Sean here, and in this episode I want to talk to you about what's next in terms of primary traffic channels and what you can do beyond what might have sent you some of your early traffic in the form of PPC or pay-per-click advertising. Now, if you followed some of my content before, I'm very big on ensuring that that channel is performing cost effectively for you. And when I say that, what I mean is you've got a really good idea how much you're spending to drive traffic via pay-per-click advertising, for example, through something like a Google search, and you have an idea in what the conversion rate there looks like, plus the return on investment that you're receiving. So for example, if you're spending $2 on ads and you're getting $4 back, anywhere between $2 to $4 back, then you should be at break even or in the black all day, as in you're receiving a positive return on investment on that. My goal, personally, the guideline that I try to follow is I try to get every dollar back that I spend in advertising in the first month. Most of my SaaS products are subscription based, and I'm comparing that to what I'm charging for access to that product in the first month. Now, there's other costs, obviously, so from a profit perspective, there's more to be considered when it comes to the financial performance of the underlying company that the product is associated with, but that's the benchmark that I use, and the assumption there is that I'm going to keep at least a percentage of those users for a longer period of time, which is a good thing, will only increase my ROI. So now, having said that, after you have that channel up and performing for your SaaS product, what's next in terms of growth? Well, one of the areas that is highly advisable in terms of looking for investing into next, that is somewhat of an evolution on this advertising channel for me personally, is content creation and SEO, or search engine optimization. Now, there's a lot of changes going on with Google, so I want you to pay closer attention to that, and in particular when it comes to AI and generative AI. So much of this is subject to change. However, I'm paying pretty close attention to it now. I've been studying it pretty intensely more recently, so I know more of this knowledge thus far in terms of what has changed and what's potentially subject to change from here. Regardless, I don't see that channel really going away. It might change, but I don't see it going away. As such, investments in content creation has always been typically ideal. And if you do this right or you do this well, then you're going to receive an even greater return on investment from creating this content and driving more organic traffic to your product sites as well too, getting those folks on your landing page. Now, the question that you might have that I had was, how do I get started here? What am I writing about? Well, obviously, there's the value proposition for your actual product. That one's pretty straightforward. However, we want to have a better understanding for what folks are searching for to gain access to a solution in terms of what your product offers. And that's the problems that you are setting out to solve. So if you remember back from when we did all that research, we did that discovery, I know I harp on this a lot, but the problems worth solving, that is largely a great area to begin in terms of what you should be writing about, because those are the problems that your customers are searching for solutions to in ideal fashion. Now, this is more than likely how you've already structured your PPC or your ads campaign if you're operating in that channel and you're attempted to validate the potential for your SaaS product using that as a channel, which I typically do and recommend, assuming that's cost effective. While you do that, if you dive into Ads Console with Google, you're going to be able to see not just the keywords that you're targeting, but the other keywords that are performing well for you. So you go into your ads account, you can see all these keywords and what the numbers look like. How many impressions, how many clicks, what is your conversion ratios, how much budget has gone into that. So that is another good area to start to look for topics that you might want to write about, because that's also relevant to your target market audience. You can look at which of these keywords or combinations of such are performing best and start there, right? So sort by what's performing best, what is giving you the best return on investment, what is performing well, start creating content around that. Now, this is a long-term game, which is another thing that I'll mention as well. You might be at this for 6, 12, even 18 months of content creation. That's okay. If you are operating this product cost effectively at this point, which you should have validated that, you're going to continue to make your product better, but you're also going to want to invest in other areas to gain more exposure and send more traffic your way. And SEO and content creation is one of the next best things to invest in after you've passed some of those milestones.